What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I wanted to go over the top 5 biggest snubs from the All-Star game this season. But before we do that, I'd like to give a quick disclaimer. I'm actually perfectly fine with how the All-Stars were chosen this season. These are just the main players that the media said got snubbed. So I decided to make a video on it. But with all that being said, let's get into the top 5 snubs this season. So starting off at the number 5 spot for the biggest snubs this season, we have Tobias Harris from the Philadelphia 76ers. Without a doubt, Tobias Harris is having a career year this year, especially when it comes to his field goal and three-point percentage. Right now, Tobias Harris is currently averaging 20.7 points a game on 3.4 assists and 7.7 rebounds, shooting 51.7% from the field and then 41.5% from the three-point line. I definitely see why people would think Tobias Harris should be an All-Star this season, especially considering he's one of the biggest contributors on one of the best teams in the league, and maybe the best team in the Eastern Conference. And that is why I have Tobias Harris in the top 5 snubs for the All-Star game this season. And coming in at the number 4 spot for the biggest snubs, we have DeMar DeRozan from the San Antonio Spurs. Now, to some people, this may be a surprise to the casual NBA fan. But DeMar DeRozan has established himself as one of the best overall shooting guards in the league over the previous years. He may not be the best shooter, but he's definitely been efficient this whole season, and he's actually one of the biggest contributors to the Spurs' success this season. Right now, the San Antonios are currently sitting at the 5th seed in the Western Conference. Right now, DeMar DeRozan is currently averaging 19.8 points a game with 6.9 assists and 5 rebounds a game, shooting 48.8% from the field and 33.3% from the three-point line. And those are the main reasons I have DeMar DeRozan up here on the top 5 snubs. And coming into the number 3 spot, we have Domantas Sabonis from the Indiana Pacers. Now, to me personally, this may be one of the biggest snubs this season. Domantas Sabonis has definitely been establishing himself as one of the best overall big men in the league. Sabonis' game is pretty much a complete package. He can shoot the 3-ball, he can get down in the paint, and he can also defend a little bit. But I kind of see why he might not have made the All-Star game just because his game really isn't that flashy. Right now, he's currently averaging 21.5 points a game with 5.7 assists and 11.6 rebounds a game, shooting 52% from the field and 35.8% from the three-point line. And that is why I believe Domantas Sabonis should be an All-Star this season. Now we're getting into the top 2 snubs this season, and then coming into number 2 spot, we have Trey Young from the Atlanta Hawks. There was no doubt that the Atlanta Hawks and Trey Young himself definitely started off slow this season. But over the past 2 to 3 weeks, they've definitely started to pick things up a little bit more. But Trey Young himself is definitely having one of the best years of his career so far, averaging a whopping 27 points per game with 9.6 assists and 4 rebounds a game, shooting 43.4% from the field and 37% from the three-point line. Unfortunately, though, the Atlanta Hawks are currently sitting at the 11th seed in the Eastern Conference. And I believe that's the main reason Trey Young didn't get in the All-Star game this season. But other than that, he's putting up All-Star type of numbers, and that's why I believe he deserves to be up there. And coming in at the biggest snub this NBA season, it is hands down Devin Booker from the Phoenix Suns. Currently, the Phoenix Suns have one of the better records in the league, sitting at 20 wins and 10 losses, and they're currently sitting at the 4th seed in the Western Conference. And the biggest contributors to that have been Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Some people may even make the argument that Devin Booker deserves to be in the All-Star game over Chris Paul, but I personally don't believe that, considering they both have been playing great basketball. But without a doubt, Devin Booker was definitely one of the biggest snubs, averaging 24.7 points a game with 4.3 assists and 3.8 rebounds a game, shooting 50% from the field and 38.1% from the three-point line. And that is why I believe Devin Booker deserves to be an All-Star this season. But as always, if you enjoyed this video, I would appreciate if you left it a thumbs up. And if you have any different opinions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. So until next time, y'all, peace.